I talked to the nephrologist and I want to share with you what we talked about because it was pretty insightful. Hi, thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get those babies, ladies.
I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty.
What's up, fertility fam? I have made it home. Oh my goodness, what a long day. Tuesdays, I just gotta get it in that it's gonna be a long day, like in my mind. But it's okay, I feel great. It was super productive. I talked to the nephrologist and I wanna share with you what we talked about because it was pretty insightful. So, we mainly talked about he gave me an overview of how my kidney should be functioning, and we kind of talked about things. So for those of you who don't know, and you probably don't if you've never donated a kidney, when you are a kidney donor, a living kidney donor, what happens is your existing kidney takes over for the missing kidney. So it compensates to have two, as if it were two, right? So the functionality is there, but in reality you still only have one. So if something happens to that one, you're in trouble. And he explained to me that they came about with living donors when, I think he said World War II. The soldiers were coming back and they had a kidney removed, and then they tested their functionality over time, like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and it was as if their body still had two kidneys from a functionality standpoint. And so that is what kind of planted the seed about living donors. So if that was happening and people were losing their kidneys, what happens if you give it away? And so that was kind of the genesis of it. The surgery that I had, it was laparoscopic, so they filled me with air. They removed the kidney way down here. It's like below my bikini line, and I have a couple of scars on this side where they did the laparoscopy. I was naughty and I laid on my belly. They told me not to, so it pulled my stitches apart, but it's okay. Back in the day, and I know people because I met with them, what they would do is they would cut you wide open over here, break a rib, and pull the kidney out. And it was a very, I don't want to say very crude, it was a cruder surgery than what I had, meaning like they would take out the adrenal gland and all those, parts that you need. I have both of my adrenals, which is awesome, especially because who knew I was going to try to conceive later. But so we kind of just went over some of the things, like what having one kidney, what is not good, so being dehydrated. So I talked to him about, I was drinking 3 to 4 liters of water a day, and he actually said to not go. He was like 3, okay, 4 is pushing it. Anything over 4 is not good, because when we're drinking the water, we're flushing away all the nutrients in our body. So he said anything beyond that is just excessive and actually detrimental to our health. So who knew? And that helps me. I only have to drink 3, maybe 4 liters a day. OTC medicine, so no ibuprofen. I knew that. I've shared that with you guys. I only can have the acetaminophen, which is Tylenol or paracetamol. I cannot have ibuprofen. I cannot have what is it, naproxen or something else, because those are processed in the kidney where Tylenol is processed in the liver. You want to save all those cells in the kidney. You don't want to have extra stuff on it. Cigarettes is also bad, so I quit smoking last year. I should have never smoked after the surgery, but I did. But that also deteriorates your kidney cells because it's processing those chemicals through your kidney. So he did tell me some of the things that to be concerned about when I'm pregnant, and yeah, I said when I'm claiming that, is preeclampsia. I'm a higher candidate for preeclampsia and gestational diabetes. So he said it would be like 36 to 37 weeks is probably what I would carry. He would want to see me every trimester if everything is going smoothly. If things are not going smoothly, I would have to come in more frequently, and the monitoring would be closer. As you know, I am advanced maternal age, and so I probably wouldn't go past 38 weeks anyway, and I suspect that I will be monitored at that point every week anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. I think between this doctor, the nephrologist, and the OBGYN, I'm going to be covered in doctor's appointments. I think everybody's, I mean, it's going to be a miracle. The newspaper might even be there. The New York Times might want to come and check me out. Anyway, so during pregnancy, he recommended sleeping on the left side. This is whether or not you have a kid, whether or not you have 1 or 2 kidneys. Sleeping on the left side helps the placenta get good blood flow. So I told him, well, I'll just practice now sleeping on my left side. And he said that his wife got something called a Snuggly pregnancy pillow, so I have to look that up. But he said that was amazing. But yeah, left side sleeping. If you are pregnant, sleep on your left side if you're about to get pregnant. And I remember that vaguely from when I was pregnant with Cheyenne, but it was so many years ago. I didn't know it had to do with good blood flow to the placenta. It's something to do with the arteries in your body and the way you lay. He was concerned about my vitamin D. I told him I was taking 10,000 IU a day, and he said that A, D, E, and K are the vitamins that you can overdose on, which that is not what I read before. So good thing I talked to him about it. He was funny when I went through all of the supplements. He was like, do you know why you're taking all of these? I was like, absolutely, because it's like the alpha lipoic and the NAD and the NAC and the ubiquinol and the DHEA. And I was like, it's for egg quality and quantity. And he was like, well, do you know if it's working? And I said, well, for quantity, yes. For quality, I won't know until they pop those bad boys out. He thought that was funny. So we'll know soon enough if it's worked or not. Blood pressure was good. So this was timely because Tanika TTC put up a video and I wasn't sure. She was talking about what her blood pressure was, what the numbers were, and I didn't have anything to compare it to, so I was asking him. 120/80 is the ideal blood pressure. The first number is your your heart when it's working, and the second number is when your heart is relaxing. So the first number is the one you really want to be concerned about. He said if that one is out of whack, that's really where there's an issue. So 120/80 is the ideal, and he gave me an example, like 120/90 is better than 140/20, right? So he's giving me an example of each, or 140/80. Anyway, mine was 98/68, which he said was really good, above average. He said it's low, and he said had it been running low before, and I said it fluctuates between like perfect and low. Like when I went to the OBG, I don't know if you guys remember that, when I had my OBG and I was like, it's low, it's also a sign of pregnancy, so we thought I was pregnant. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it over here. It was a great day at my OBGYN's, but yeah, my blood pressure was low. He said it's only a problem if I'm seeing like stars or I feel faint or dizzy. I haven't, and I was in a fasted state when I saw him. Even though my appointment was in the afternoon, I had just a crazy day, as I mentioned earlier. And so I think my appointment was at 1:30. I hadn't eaten yet. I actually did not eat my first meal until 3 p.m. No, maybe 3:30. 3:30 it was, because I had a 4 o'clock and I remember scarfing it down and I debated, like, do I have time to eat? And I was like, we'll just have to figure it out. So I was in a fasted state at that point. But anyway, 98/68 was my blood pressure. He said that was great. He said actually all of my numbers, so he looked at the numbers from Dr. Thornton, were above average. So I was like, yeah, I was like above average for my age, above average for a person with one kidney. He was like above average for any human being. So I was like, yes, my body is functioning as if it has 2 kidneys, which is great because that's what they told me for surgery, like that one kidney would compensate. So everything is functioning fine. He said my hormone balance was incredible. So I was super excited about all of that. I asked him what are the things he's going to look for when I'm pregnant, and he said like a dip in the creatinine, uric acid, or blood pressure. And if those go down and stay down, he said it's expected that there would be a dip. In most pregnancies there are, but if they go down, and he didn't give me a threshold, but if they go down to a certain point and stay down, then I will need to see him more frequently than once a trimester. And I told him that I had a loss last year, and so I would want to come after viability testing. So that's what we talked about. So there's, I always thought, you know, I don't know, that getting pregnant was going to be easier than staying pregnant. When I lost the baby last year, I was like, okay, so the hard part's going to be staying pregnant. Who knew the hard part was going to be getting pregnant? And then I'll have the hard part of staying pregnant. But listen, I'm up for it. I'm down for it. Upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out. Round and round. So yeah, we went over all of the medications. He didn't see any concern with any of it. That was good. Oh my god, I don't know if you guys saw that clip that I showed. 7 vials of blood and another urinalysis. So he wants to do a comprehensive metabolic panel, which I'm all up for. Urine microbumin / creatinine ratio. He wants to do that because we did not test that at Dr. Thornton's. So he's going to call me on Friday. I think we said 12:30 because he wanted to do 10:30 to 11:30, but I have an 11 o'clock meeting. So I think we moved to 12:30. But I'll record that for you guys so you can hear it. I'm pretty sure I'm good to go. Based on what he said today, he was like, it's fine. He had some concern about if there were protein or other kind of telltale signs that my kidney might be straining a little bit that is more readily identifiable on this type of test. And he also recommended that I go back to him annually just to check my function. We realized, looking at the test that he requested from Dr. Thornton and my previous physical that I had earlier, like March of this year, that she is not doing as thorough a test as is needed for someone who's donated a kidney. And so I'm just gonna go to him and we'll, you know, I like him. He has a really great personality and he was funny, and I just want it to be thorough and make sure, especially as I get older. But he did say like the oldest documented person with one kidney was like 98, so it doesn't impact longevity as long as we take care of ourselves. So yeah, that was it. I'm super excited about that. I got an email back from the coordinator over at Columbia, who is Nicole. I got a call or an email from Nicole. I followed up with her. She said it's fine if I want to start at my next cycle, just come in then. And I clarified, so I don't need to come in on Friday for blood work. And she said, no, I'll just come in next cycle. So I'm estimating it's about November 1st, which is what I said earlier. So no more emails, no more DMs, no more text messages about when am I starting. We're guesstimating that it's November 1st. If and when that changes, I will update you. You don't have to reach out to me. Seriously. So yeah, it's not that I don't want to, I'm not trying to be mean, but there's a reason why the channel is on delay. One, because I need time to process things. And then it just gets difficult for me to keep answering the same question over and over and over and over and over again. I don't know is the answer. I don't know when I'm starting. It's going to depend on my body. So it'll depend on when my period starts. It'll depend on when I have ovulated the current cycle, etc., etc., etc. We're not forcing my body to do anything. We're not doing birth control first. My body is taking the lead. So that's the answer. I'm not being cagey. I do not know. I just want to get all the boxes checked. I also need to file my taxes for 2017. So yeah, there's other stuff that I need to do. I still need to do weight loss, so I would love to have another 30 days. It gives me more time to lose weight. It gives me more time to take care of my personal affairs, get my mind and body in order, and then that's going to be it. If the goal is to be pregnant by 12/31, I want to do it right. I want to do it once and do it really well. And so that is the driving force. There is no rush. There is no rush. From a financial standpoint, I need to do it this year because I've already spent so much money on my fertility treatments. And so my deductible and all that fun stuff is already paid for. If I push it until January, I have to start over, which means out of pocket, I'll be paying more up front, if that makes sense. And so for tax credit purposes, I want to spend all that money this year so I can get the biggest bang for my buck. Because as I'm sure you know, medical expenses are only deductible after you have spent 7.5% of your adjusted gross income. For me, it ends up being a significant amount of money. I know I've spent that this year, and so I'll get those medical deductions on my tax returns. Next year, I don't have to start all over and spend thousands of dollars before I can get the deduction. So let's wrap it up this year from a financial standpoint. And I think mentally, I'm in a much better place. And as I see the work that I'm doing on my body actually transform it into something that also helps build up my confidence and what's about to happen, like that my insides are working well and it's not just theory. Like I've tried some things and I'm seeing the results, all that will happen. And it gives me another 30 days for those eggs. So yeah, I'll take it. I will take it. There is no rush. My baby is waiting. All right, I am not going to vlog tomorrow or Thursday. I will vlog on Friday so we get the doctor's appointment. But I have a lot of cool stuff for you guys and I want to take time to do that, but I also have to fit in my workouts and editing, a A lot more of you are contacting me via email, so I want to have time to talk to you guys. A lot of you guys are asking to talk to me on the phone, which is challenging for me. Again, not trying to be cagey. I am just busy, and so it's hard to find time to just hold the phone, because if I'm on the phone, I can't edit, I can't do research, I want to give you my full attention. And so sometimes my schedule is just so packed, because someone on Instagram, I can't even remember, has been like, oh, do you have time to talk? Do you have time? And I really haven't had time to talk. So I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to be distracted when I speak to you. If you email me, I can get back to you. It's not, you know, it's not linear. It's not like I have to respond immediately. So as time permits for me, I can respond to your email. If you DM me on Instagram, I will get back to you. Facebook, I'm a little slower on. I think I mentioned this. I don't have Facebook on my phone, so I have to actually come home, be logged in. Obviously, I'm not going to do Facebook at work and comment to you. So I probably only check that maybe once a month. Fastest way, I'm on Instagram every single day, multiple times a day, because I'm always posting pictures, and email. Fastest way is a DM on Instagram. I will see that before I see anything else. So hopefully that helps. I do want to be able to support you guys. So yeah, I want to be able to support you guys. Let me know down below like what you would like to see from me as far as support. If you feel like I've supported you, also let me know down below. Put in hashtag let's get those babies, ladies, and let me know how I've been able to help you. If you need more support from me, let me know in what way. I need your input on that, because I do want to be helpful, but I also have to take care of myself physically and mind the channel and everyone else, and figure out how to get my own baby. So I just want to be like cognizant of of all the things that I'm juggling. There are some things coming up on the channel that I think you will be interested in. So October is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, and as you know, I've lost pregnancy, and so I will, and there's one day, October 15th, which is like the day of remembrance, but the whole month is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. I will be supporting the movement the week of the 15th. So I will put a video up on the 14th and something up on my website, simplytanika.com. I've teamed up with some amazing ladies who also share their stories, beautiful and humbling stories. And so hopefully you will join me in celebrating these women and lending your voice to sharing the message about pregnancy and infant loss awareness, so that others are not suffering in silence. If people haven't come forward, they feel free to come forward. I actually started my channel in October of last year because of pregnancy and infant loss awareness, and I wanted to take away the shame and talk about what had happened to me and losing my baby. And so, yeah, that will be coming up. First video will go up on the 14th, and then some other stuff. I won't ruin the surprise. And then, as I said, I started my channel in October. It's gonna be the birthday of Simply Tanika. So I think I created the page on October 15th, but I didn't post my first video until the end of the month. So I wanna keep October 15th as a recognition of pregnancy and infant loss awareness. And so I won't do anything to celebrate the birthday of the channel in that week. The following week I've got some great stuff planned for you. I have a giveaway, I have a big announcement. I am partnering with another YouTube creator, Butterfly Poet, in order to help celebrate my birthday. So I will tell you more about that in the coming weeks. If you would like to see something for the birthday or have an idea of a way to celebrate, there will be a giveaway, spoiler alert. But if you have any specifics about what should be in the giveaway, how the giveaway should work, leave it down below. Would love to hear from you. Put hashtag Simply Tanika in your comment down below and let me know how you think we should celebrate the birthday of Simply Tanika here on YouTube. All right, I actually am gonna do one more cardio workout, believe it or not. So I'm gonna skedoodle. I will talk to you ladies later. Bye. Baby does to you all.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind.